Okay, here we go. This is a semifinal match on the winner's side between Mr. Kelly Farrar of South Hill, Virginia, versus the local Danny Mastermaker from right out of this pool room. And Kelly broke the balls and pocketed a ball and has a one hanging deep in the corner pocket up top here. Maybe tough position because it's in deep. We'll see what kind of stroke Kelly's got here. He might still have an opportunity. He makes this. He's gets the 4 ball. He's in reasonable shape. Nice shot. All right. Looks like we might have ourselves a little tussle here. Danny hasn't been playing as much in the last year or two. He's been busy forging a career, and he was just a non-stop player for several years. He and his younger brother Joe are just two wonderful young men, and Danny was a little more accomplished player, but Joe has plenty of ability too. Danny has opportunity. He's going to have to swing it around the mountain. Kelly has a nice opportunity to get off to a good start here. An opportunity to just come right back to the 6. The angle's a little fast, maybe. Nope. That last turn, he's got to bank it. Nice hit from Danny. He might be hooked by the 10, but he's got to get that jump cudgel out. Surprised Danny to make a good hit there. That was usually something he'll handle pretty good. Kelly has the opportunity with ball in hand. I'm George Hammerbacher, voice of the Action Tour. Calling the live stream matches. I'm nearing the end of my 7th year doing this. This looks like a popper. I'm going to draw it, I think. Uh-oh. He's misplaced his mineral. Danny Mastermaker wins the first game with a ball in hand on the 10 ball. So oh, a little quick here.
All right, on table number 13, we're going to have our second winners bracket match. Semifinals between Larry Purcell, Scott Roberts. Table 13, Purcell and Roberts. Good luck to both of you.
Nope. Nah. Caught much too much of that ball. Caught it too chunky, just like the instructor. That would be me. That'll get the cash. Maybe not. He might have a play at the 5 ball after all, and he's actually looking at the 7 for a carom. In fact, I think that's what he's got. He might have a 2-railer. Come behind the 5, I think. Oh, right around it. Right around that 5 ball. Danny's going to play the short side. He's going to come and play the top right corner pocket on your screen, I believe, off of this ball. Easy position for the side pocket. Two to nothing for Mr. Master Maker. Mr. Master Maker. That sounds like something that get me all tied up between the lips and the tongue there, Mr. Master Maker. We're here playing at Diamond Billiards this weekend in Midlothian, Virginia. We're U.S. Route 60, Midlothian Turnpike. The Dorsey family, Thomas Dorsey. Outstanding guests. We're here at least 3 times a year. And we'll be back here in February playing the Virginia State 10, Maryland. I'm from Maryland myself, but Virginia State 10-ball championships in February next year. This is the Action Pool Tour, a regional tour that plays currently in Maryland and Virginia, but might be expanded to North Carolina in the near future. Next year, perhaps. I heard mention of that possibility. I haven't seen the schedule yet, but next month we'll be at the Palatial Q Master Billiards in Virginia Beach, Virginia, for the tour finale, with the 16 top point scorers qualifying to play in one final tour championship for nice added money. Well, Kelly can't ask for much more than this. He's got he shot himself in the foot again. No, he's all right. But he's still straight in and long distance. I can't really tell whether that 4-ball plays in the side pocket over there near the side or whether or not it's a corner shot. Must be playing in the side based on the shot Danny played. That one got away from him a little bit. No, you weren't built for that one, Danny. Get the rake for goodness sake. Thank you, sir. May I have another? You still weren't built for that shot either. Master Maker takes a quick 3-0 lead over Kelly Farrar. Good break from Danny. Came up dry though, I think, yeah. Danny looks like he's starting to roll him. This is a natural. He's going to come on the Z shot. .610 might be a viable combination if he can spin his ball into the 7. He'd like it. Or even with it, that's a great shot. That's as good as you can hope. Quick 4 for Danny here. 4-0. Winner of this match goes to the hot seat match and is guaranteed 3rd place. The loser of it is guaranteed 5th, 6th, and has to trudge through that loser's side with a couple of heavy-duty hombres still in the picture. The loser of Scott Roberts and Kressel will be over there, along with Bruner. Very tough.
Once that day passes, then everyone will be open. We'll be going down the list of going in about 16 men and 3 ladies. So November 30th.
Oh, that's tough to catch somebody that's up on the freewheel with that break and scratch. And Danny can freewheel with the best of them too. He's a good freewheel and rack runner. He'll be out in a minute. $6-7 is his.
Also, remember that a big rack ticket
Oh, he missed the 5.
are now on sale right now at our piece. Anyone can buy one. For $20, get you 25 tickets. It's $750 prize if someone runs a rack. All you have to do is pick one of the players that's currently in the tournament. They can break and run for you and win you that money. You have to have a minimum of $50 in sales to be able to have that ball. So, Come and get them. We're at $20 right now, and $30 to make sure that we have them. Thank you.
Slush buy $50 for the tickets, be guaranteed. If I'm the only one who buys tickets. Oh, never mind, my odds against me now.
Kelly has to start flexing his muscles here. He's going to have to start winning some games. 4 games to nothing's a tough thing in an alternate break format. That's a good shot. We have to draw it over the side rail and down to the top bottom rail. Lots of low left draw. He gets over the ball like he can shoot, though. That's a good, strong shot. Kelly Farrar is on the board. He trails Mr. Master Maker by the score of 4 games to 1. Danny missed that 5 ball, and Kelly finally availed himself of the opportunity to break some bread in this match. Well, Andrew,
let's see if Danny's got this rack and break down. I think the rack is actually the hard part. But let's see if he can make the 8 or the 9 in the side.
or the 2-3 on the 4-railer.
8 didn't go anywhere, and the 9 went really high.
Uh-oh. We got a quick game here. Kelly can get right back and bounce right back here with a 10 hanging in the jaws and the 2.
You are right, but getting from the 1 to the 2 with the cue ball against the rail here is no bargain.
Now the actual shot is to lob it in and play the carom on the 2-10. Don't even try to play the combination, because it's a safety if you miss. And that's
I think he agrees.
I think he's going to call. He's going to call the 10 ball. You see the extent he banked the 2 ball up the table.
If you play the carom, you can follow the 10 ball in with the cue ball.
Well, this cut. See that's the danger of the cut. You see, you don't protect your cue ball either. See, you get behind the 3-7, and you'll force him to just shoot the 10 in and give you ball in hand.
He's going to bank the 2 at the 10. There he goes.
And that's a
quick game confirmed.
Yes, indeed. That was a Vincent Price special, you know, and that would be a premature burial. If you ever liked horror movies, I don't know. Usually, people from my general age bracket and from watching movies from way back in the beginning of time saw Vincent Price, you know, and he burying the House of Usher.
Yeah.
You know,
Follow the House of Usher, Pitting the Pendulum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those Poe. Edgar Allan Poe was out of Baltimore. Edgar Allan Poe.
He was a little before my time, but
actually
read some of his stuff.
Oh yeah. You see, I taught King Tut how to walk. You know, I was actually the human relations guy You know, the hookup between the pharaohs and the aliens when they were building the pyramids. You know, I was getting the labor for the quarries, you know, and
Someone had to do those negotiations. You
sure.
gotta
And
have some linguistic skill to get that done.
yeah,
Aliens and pharaohs.
yes, indeedy. But ultimately, though, we after they were built, the aliens took me away with them for 1,000 years, and I came back, you know, right around the Inquisition, you know.
Sounds like one of Max Eberle's theories.
I remember him when he was a kid, Max Everly.
Don't ask him about crazy conspiracies these days.
No,
Oof.
um,
He still shoots great though.
sure. He just either just missed the Moscone Cup. He went to James Madison. I remember playing in tournaments down in Harrisonburg several times at the pool room in Harrisonburg when Bill Stevens owned that room down there in the 1980s before he came down to Richmond here and got the playing field and had two rooms going.
Is that the same Bill Stevens that owned Champions in Shirlington for a while?
I don't know if he did that, to be altogether honest, but Danny just put a strong shot there. That's a game winner right there.
Yeah, he got a nice angle on the 7. Crashes into the 10 and it's still not really a problem.
Oh no. You'd like to start every game from right there, wouldn't you?
I would.
You'd be in the Hall of Fame.
Could take on the world beaters if that's all I had to do.
Yeah,
And they had to play real pool.
yeah. But Bill's a real good player. You know, he was played good one pocket, and I watched him at the U.S. Open in like 1988. Beat a young Johnny Archer
Wow.
for the money round. They were either going for
That's-
1732 or
That's tough to do in
1360.
1988, I've heard.
Well, no, he was a kid then. He didn't come to fruition until about 92 is
Okay.
when he started to become winning tournaments and all. But he was just a kid. And Billy beat him hill. But that was the time when Nick Varner won 2 consecutive U.S. Opens. That's good touch there. That's a. Maybe I put the announcer's curse on him.
I can't even tell yet. Even from the stream camera angle that's looking right down the pipe, I can't tell if the 5 has him.
He might have to twist it a little bit.
But yeah, that
No, he's on the ball like he's got no sweat.
yeah, there it is. Yeah, that feat by Nick Varner to win consecutive U.S. Opens stood for so long, and then like 3 people did it in a row.
They had huge fields then because right in that time frame was when the pool exploded. I was teaching pool, and before that, I was getting 2-3 pool lessons a week. And by 1987, 88, after the Color of Money, I was teaching 40 hours a week.
Wow.
Pool rooms were opening up all over the place. We had 5 pool rooms in one zip code in Baltimore, and 2 other, that had 4, and that you could just walk to them from one to the other, and they all were legitimate rooms too. They weren't. They had.
We're gonna have to see a stroke shot of some kind here, or a settle for a long shot. That makes more sense.
I thought he was gonna let out his stroke and do a cowabunga draw,
Yeah.
and come back off the side rail and get underneath the 6. Now he's
I guess he can see the 6.
yeah, but he's gonna have to call the High Plains Twister from here.
Yeah, that is a tough shot.
Clint's out in Carmel, I believe, right now. He's 3,000 miles away. He can't help us. It's Clint Eastwood, that is.
I see, yes.
But the good thing with this shot is it's got built-in position.
Well, that is position.
He's
He's going away from the 9 ball here, though.
He's going to follow his nugget. A little high inside English. He hit that ball like he did last summer. Here's one of these might be a little bit on the 50-yard line.
Yeah, he's somewhere between wanting to come above the 10 for the corner and go below it for the side. He went above it.
That was a strong shot in its own right. This is a practice shot. You just shoot this ball in and just stop right on the number. Oh no.
Oh,
Missed that by.
he had a little bit of a quick transition from back to front on that stroke, I think.
Yeah. That was a trip to Hollywood and Clark. You ever been to Hollywood and Clark?
No.
That's in Hollywood, California. It's on the Sunset Strip.
Uh-huh.
The Doors were the house band at a place called the Whiskey A Go-Go. Like you had a case of the whiskeys, you know, where your central nervous system shorts out at the key moment and your hand just
Uh-huh. Yep.
tough shot though.
That is tough.
Well, that's a shot I get people shoot in my basement, that very shot. And it brings out all their inconsistencies. I think
It
he's
certainly does.
I think he's up on Gogglethur right about now, Kelly. Into thine hands I commend my spirit. 7-1, and the condemned man ate a hearty meal. The warden may not be taking phone calls.
Perhaps not.
He ran out good too. That's.
He might need more than one death row pardon from here.
I don't know if the warden's taking phone calls. The warden might be at lunch, or he might be walking the dog right about now.
Could happen.
Danny
does not have to let him back to the table from here.
No, sir, he does not. Danny has high cruising speed.
On table number 12, let's go to Jimmy.
Yeah, he got a fast,
Jimmy
natural
Rowan,
rhythm.
Josh Craig. Bergen Craig on 12. That match
He's got to
started
use a little
5
right
minutes.
hand English to. Oh, he's going to draw it up there.
Oh, for that pocket. I thought he was going to try to play the 6 down in this other corner pocket on this end of the table.
Well, you see, we have the trouble in not being able to see what Danny sees.
That is true. Even when I'm at the table, I don't see the shots as well as he does. That's a nice shot.
Condemned man ate a hearty meal.
That was maybe a final nail in a coffin right there.
I hear the tumbrils rolling down the streets of Gay Paris, taking the aristocrats to the guillotine.
There we go.
Off with the heads.
Marie Antoinette is out of cake.
She's out of cake and she's gotten shorter.
Yep.
It's tough to lose height. That's when you know you can't make a ball. Well, that looks like 8-1. Danny makes a very, very quick work out of Kelly. I know Kelly plays better than that because he had to get to this point, he had to play some pool. But Kelly is guaranteed 5th, 6th, and he's going to be waiting around for some of this other rabble to sort themselves out. So we'll take a break for a couple minutes, and we'll be back with the next live stream match on the Action Pool Tour. And all I can tell you, Andrew Manning, you're a well-spoken young man.
Well, thanks, George. You're not so bad yourself.